I'm finally back in England, and I've been here for about maybe 2 weeks now, and I honestly thought I would be more excited than I actually am to be back in England. But you know what? I am still a little bit excited because there's a bunch of things that I want to do, a bunch of things that I have to make, and of course we've got the new year coming, so let's talk about that. Some of you might know that I've been in Korea for the past like 6 months, and on top of that I've also gone to Australia, I went to Indonesia, I went to Australia twice, and I was in Indonesia and then back to Korea, and then at the beginning of December I came back to England because, well, one, I live here, but also I need to sort out a couple of things. Like I need to renew my passport because it runs out like halfway through 2023, and then I also need to get my driver's license, but also just live here and just be present in England again. You know what, just a little bit excited to be back, but at the same time, it's so dark and it rains every day here. Things are so expensive here. So in a way, it's a bit depressing to be back. So I have to admit, I do want to go back to Korea at this point. You can just see how dark and grey it is outside. That's England for you. Well, hopefully in the spring it'll get a bit nicer. I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna have to hunker down and just start making content here in England. Starting off with this video, even though this will be my last long video for 2022, but hopefully in 2023 we can turn things around. Just gonna talk about everything that I've been doing since I've been back. And at the same time, I am making sauerkraut as well, which is gonna be like just a really easy ferment, which anyone can do at home. It's really cheap because cabbage is so cheap, and all you need is cabbage and salt. So I took off the most outside leaf, and I'm actually going to keep this because this will come in handy in a minute, and you'll see why. Okay, the real challenge is to try to get this as thin as possible. Let me get something to put this in. Another pro tip for me is to get one of these bench scrapers. They're so useful for just anything. Like if you've got something like this, where there's tons of little bits like that, you can just scrape everything up and dump it. Like you could use your knife, but then using the back of the blade it's honestly not that comfortable. And then using the front is gonna damage your sharp edge. So best just to get one of these. Half a cabbage, that is a lot more than I expected. But once we salt this, it should go right down. Although I am going to use this opportunity to quickly wash this and then salad spin it. Okay, don't have the salad spinner, so I'm gonna have to do this. I'm just gonna use this glass container because this is all I have at the moment. That is big enough to hold all of this unwilted cabbage. So this is like the biggest container I have, so I'm just gonna have to use this. The thing about sauerkraut is it's a lacto fermentation, so we're gonna be just using salt, and at that we're gonna be using 2% of the weight of this cabbage. So first thing, we've just got to zero this out. And I'm just going to dump all this cabbage in here. 1.398. So let's just round that up to like 1.4. 2% of 1.4 is 1,400 times 0.02, 28 grams. So we're going to zero this again. And then add 28 grams of sea salt. 28, 29. 29, close enough. And now, all we have to do is just mix this up. I would definitely recommend using a bowl that's much bigger than the amount of cabbage you have. For now, I'm just going to be turning this over. I'm being careful not to spill it. I just want to distribute the salt so that I can get to work drawing all the moisture out. We'll just leave this for a few minutes and then we'll come back and then do some more. Now that we just have time to wait, I'll just talk about, what I've been up to. It's been 2 weeks since I've been back. If you follow me, you know that I've released a few videos and I've been working on a few projects. I've got a couple of them, I think most of them I've posted already, but there are a few that I actually haven't posted yet. And some that I'm not actually going to post about. So one that I haven't posted yet, which I'm working on, is making a hot sauce, a fermented chili hot sauce. So those are chilies that are fermenting right now. I've got Korean chilies, I've got Scotch bonnets, and some tomatoes. Another chili in there that's like not very spicy at all. Just got like a little mini chung going here of blueberries and raspberries. This isn't going to be a chung when it's done. This is actually going to be for another project which I'm trying out. This one's an interesting one. There's this local apple farm that sells apple juice, and they had an apple cinnamon juice, which I wasn't a fan of really, but instead of wasting it, I decided to throw some yeast in it, ferment it, and see how it tastes. So that's what this is. I'm also sort of back on my mead making. So here we've got a mead which I actually made just yesterday. Yeah, it's just another Genip and honey mead, which, I made one in Korea, so I'm going to make another one here. And just after one day, that fermentation is going really strong. You can see the bubbling. I am agitating it quite a lot right now, but there'll be a lot of bubbling going on. There you go. So really good fermentation going on. I don't know if a lot of people have seen this, but I do have my little fermentation corner. Just lots of old projects in the back there. There's my sanitizer, empty bottles for... I need to get a proper bottle storage thing. All those things. There's the cranberry chung. That's the leftovers from the soju infusion that I just did for Christmas. I actually took all the fruit bits and then filled it back up with vodka, so that's now infusing slowly. In the back is a beetroot kvass experiment that I'm doing, because I want to make a beetroot kvass video, and I've got to try it out first. Of course, while I'm back, I also want to start making more long videos. That might be a resolution for 2023. I've still yet to decide what style of video I want to do. So I am actually, you'll find me just playing around, trying out all sorts of different types of videos. And we'll see what sticks and what works well and what is most exciting to do. And what makes the best content. Yeah, which also, means that I want to do some more longer projects too. And even though I'm only here for 4 months this time, I'm only going to be in Korea for maybe a month or 2 at most. So when I come back, it won't be I've been gone for 6 months. So I can start some long projects while I'm here, and hopefully that's what I'm gonna do starting at the beginning of 2023. There's something I do want to try, which I have done before, but I want to do it again, but with a different method. I think I might have talked about this before in my 2022 recap. But yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. I did toy with the idea of doing sort of a vlog where it is for the most part just based in here, and it will just be me making stuff, but also just rambling along as I make stuff. I guess kind of like this as well, but at least I'll be making stuff, I'll be experimenting, I'll be, you'll be getting recipes, I guess, out of it that you can follow along. That is one idea, maybe one every week. So let me know what you think about that. It'll basically just be a bit like this, really casual sort of thing. Just making stuff. Oh, and already this is dropping out a lot more moisture and it's softening up a lot more. So we're just gonna give this another mix. Now you can add seasonings to this. You can add like things like fennel or coriander seeds, sometimes garlic or something like that. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna just make this 2 ingredients, cabbage and salt. And we're gonna do this until we get like a good amount of liquid, because we need a lot of the liquid to be drawn out so that we can cover all of this when it's fermenting, because you don't actually want any of this exposed to air. Okay, we'll leave that a bit longer. And because I do sort of need to rebuild my sort of setup here, maybe that's another thing that I'll cover as well, because I know one thing that I do want to set up is like a really nice office, like a really nice desk setup, all that kind of stuff. So maybe that'll be fun content that you guys would want to see as well. Everything will mostly still be food centric, because that is actually just what I do every single day. And I get just in the habit of just recording myself doing stuff every day and just having loads of content, which is a bad habit of mine, because yeah, I do tons of stuff all the time in the kitchen, experiments, even stuff that just doesn't work out. But I figure if I find it interesting, I can make videos out of it, and you guys will find it interesting as well. So should be good. And I am still just sort of trying to work out this sort of camera situation too. Hopefully the audio is not too bad and the focus is good. This is already doing pretty good. You can see all that liquid coming out there. I think just a few more minutes and this might be ready to put in a jar. But I'm going to keep just squeezing all this liquid out. Really getting all this liquid out. So the process of this fermentation, which is a lacto fermentation, we've added salt, which will help draw out the liquid. The salt's going to create an environment which the bad bacteria is not going to be able to thrive in. But the good bacteria, which is going to make this into sauerkraut, is going to thrive in this environment. And eventually it'll turn the salty environment into an acidic environment in which none of the other bacteria can survive in. And that's going to create lots of good gut bacteria as well, which is what makes this probiotic and just a really healthy side dish or whatever to put on just anything. And already you can see how much that's been reduced down. I do need to see if I have a jar big enough for this though. I actually don't know if I do. I think this should work. Hopefully that's big enough. And I think the plan is for, in the very near future, is to convert one of our sheds into a mini studio as well, because I can't keep using this kitchen as a filming studio, because other people use this kitchen as well, which means it's, one, I'm going to be getting in the way of everyone else, and two, they're going to be getting in the way of me. I kind of make this content just whenever I feel like it, and for the longest time it's been alright because there's not many people, but we have some people moving back in now, so I need to figure out a different solution. So in the future, we'll probably be looking at converting one of our sheds into a mini studio. Just give this a quick wash. These jars, they don't have to be super duper like clean and sanitized and everything, especially for something like sauerkraut, which is a fairly quick fermentation, but you do still want it to be as clean as possible. But dish soap and water should be fine. However, if you do want to be extra careful, I recommend using maybe watered down, like isopropyl alcohol watered down to about 70%, or sometimes what I like to use is brewing sanitizer, because that's a no-rinse sanitizer, and I have a lot of it anyway because I do a lot of brewing in my own time. This is the brand that I use. This is Chemsan, and it's a no-rinse brewing sanitizer. And what I do, because this is actually a concentrate, and it says here, so 10 milliliters of this can make up to 5 liters of sanitizer when you dilute it with tap water. And this is 1 liter, so you can make a lot of sanitizer from this. And what I do is I'll dilute it into a spray bottle. So I've got this spray bottle, and it just makes things easier. You don't waste so much. Just spray down the inside, let that soak in for a bit. I'll put that off to one side, and that is going to be sanitized. And I've had pretty good luck. I say luck, I've had pretty good results using this method of sanitizing. And if you're enjoying, like if you do enjoy this type of content, I really would appreciate, like in the comments, if you just let me know if you do want to see more of this, like what else do you want to see from me? Whether it's, I don't know, more just general lifestyle stuff, more fermentation, maybe just some general food stuff. I did have a comment recently where someone asked me to do more like Korean condiments, because I just posted a video, probably the one just before this, where I made samjang. Those are just very quick, easy videos, which I'm happy to make. But yeah, just leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see and I'll try my best. I think the 2023 is going to be the year of YouTube. So I'm going to be really focusing on YouTube now. Okay, so we've made some progress on this now. I don't know if you can see. Well, not really. There is a lot of liquid in here now. So I'm going to start moving this into this jar. There is still a bit of sanitizer in there, so we'll just pour that out. But this is a no rinse sanitizer. So even if there's a little bit of like residue or bubbles on the side, it's okay. It's completely safe. Squeeze out as much as liquid, but keep the liquid. Squeeze out the liquid. I'm going to dump this in here. Spread this out and really pack it down. And you can see how much liquid is coming out of this. Cabbages have so much liquid in them. Also, I feel like this is a given, but I should probably say anyway. Clean hands. You're going to make sure you have clean hands this entire time. We've basically filled this all up now. There's still some little bits in here, but we've mostly got liquid in here. Can't really see it, but all right, let's there you go. You can kind of see how much liquid is in there. Oh, shit. And hopefully that is enough liquid to cover everything. Let me see if you can get a good shot of that. There you go. You can see how much liquid is there. Everything is covered nicely. And we want this to be covered in liquid because if we have anything really exposed to air, then there's a good chance of it going moldy or something like that. And that's where this comes in as well. This is why I saved this one leaf. I'm going to push this down. And this is going to act like a little cover. And what I do also have, I have like a whole bunch of these. These are fermentation weights. They're made of glass, so they're completely non-reactive. I am going to give this a quick spray down, just in case. And then lay this on top. And that's just going to keep this top cabbage leaf weighed down and ensure that everything is nicely covered. And more water is going to come out over time. I'm going to leave this for about maybe up to a week and just keep trying this over and over again. And then at first it's going to be really salty, but over time it's going to become more like a sour, more acidic, and just more and more delicious. And this is going to go into the fermentation corner. And that's going to sit at room temperature while it ferments. And then once it's fermented to sort of like an amount that you like, then you can put it in the fridge and it will store it a long time. And that should stop it from fermenting too much. Yeah, I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, ever since I got back from England. Just wanted to keep up the long videos, and it was probably not a good idea to start the whole vlogging thing while in my last like week or two of being in Korea. But I figure I might as well keep it up while I'm back in England, even though in my opinion, the content is more fun in Korea. But you know, my whole thing is making food content, so why not just keep up making food content here in England? One thing I do want to announce is I've actually had this up for a while now. I've actually started a YouTube membership thing. At the moment, there's not really any benefits to it, but if you do just want to help support my content, make it easier for me, like just focus on this content. If you want to join channel membership, there's a button down below, I think, which says like join or something. I would be really appreciative of that, and it will just mean that I can concentrate on making videos and making them better and better and better and focusing more time on YouTube. But for now, it's only just set up as sort of like a little like tip jar or just being able to support the channel. So if you could just check that out below, I'd be really appreciative of that. Anyway, that sauerkraut is just such a simple, easy beginner fermentation. It's just cabbage and then 2% of that weight of the cabbage in salt. And all you have to do is just mix it together and just massage it, put it in a jar and ferment it. That's all it is basically. And I'll write down those percentages, that recipe down below in the description. I'll also put a blog post up on my blog, so you can check out that link below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, just leave a comment down below. Like the video. I don't actually know what that does, but everyone says to do that. And I'll see you next year.